Greetings everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Captain Rye. Today's YouTube video features me in my Scharnhorst doing, well, like I do in my Fletcher, what I do best in the Scharnhorst. Taking names, kicking ass, and otherwise just ruining the enemy team's day. The battle is on the trap map in domination match mode, which I'm pretty sure is the only map mode that this map has. So, probably for the best. It doesn't really lend itself to standard battle mode all that well, thanks to the way the islands are placed. And I and my several of my teammates, along with friendly Scharnhorst and a couple of destroyers, are pushing up towards the sea cap point. This enemy Pepsi-Cola has got himself in a very bad position right off the bat, as he is spotted out front, opened and exposed with no friendlies nearby, although their friendly destroyer just popped up on the map. But he is well outside of position to give that Pepsi-Cola any kind of smokescreen coverage. So that Pepsi-Cola is going to incur the wrath of all of my team's guns. And there's really not much that this poor guy can do about it. He's in a Pepsi-Cola. Although he is at range, he should be able to dodge most of these shots coming in. He's got himself into a position where he's pretty much screwed one way or the other. And this is his fatal mistake. He's turning broadside on to us in order to try and get out of the line of fire and get back behind friendly ships, so he's no longer the focus of attention. He takes a big ol' hit from me, and there is the first blood of the battle. Is my kill. Sorry, Pepsi-Cola, as much as I do love you, somebody has got to be first. Looking at the situation now, we're now ahead on points, thanks to the first blood to my team. The enemy team is in the process of capping B, and they're in the process of doing it completely uncontested. We've got a couple of ships heading down to the A cap point, trying to contest A, and we're in the process of capping C up here, and we're pretty much uncontested in that endeavor as well, as we have the vast majority of support up here. So, looking at the situation, I'm kind of contemplating whether or not I want to stay up back in the C area and try and finish off the enemies that are up here, or if I want to go down and capture B. As it looks, there aren't very many enemy ships at B. In fact, right now, there's only one, and he's in a cruiser, who is broadside onto me, of course. So, I've decided that I'm going to turn and head towards the B cap point, and I've got a couple of friendly ships coming with me. Friendly Miyoko up in front of me, and the friendly Scharnhorst back behind me. The destroyers and I believe another cruiser or battleship are going to sit back up in the C cap point, and mostly just deal with the enemy destroyer and the enemy cruiser that are back up there. The two enemy battleships that were pushing up this direction have decided very wisely that they want to turn around and head towards the rest of their fleet down below the B cap point. My team is still managing to contest and hold on to A as long as we can. They're a big ol' citadel on that cruiser, but it's not going to be enough to kill him, and those shots there from the friendly ship are going to do it. Which is a little disappointing. It would have been nice to secure that kill. Oh well, one less gun in the game. We've already lost a destroyer, and I believe the destroyer we lost was down at A. Now that that destroyer is no longer sitting in that cap, spotting and basically preventing them from gaining capture points, the enemy team is going to have no problem capturing A. Once they capture A, looking at the situation down there for my team, that's not very good. They're pretty much all out of position, and they don't have much support from those of us up at this end of the map. Trying to take shots out there at that enemy Colorado, punishing him for, well, punishing my team. Though, Colorado at range against a Scharnhorst doesn't really go that well, so my shots don't really penetrate, and I'm definitely not getting any citadels. We are, however, pushing into the B cap point, and because we destroyed that cruiser, there's nobody contesting this Enemy aircraft carrier is sending his planes in here, and I've got them flagged for secondaries and anti-aircraft guns to start opening up on them. With any luck, I'll be able to shoot a couple of them down. He is only a tier 6 carrier, so the Scharnhorst has got pretty good anti-air defenses. Now, originally I thought he was going to try and torpedo the friendly Scharnhorst over there, and so I delayed my turn a little too long, and I take one right on the nose. Though, not too much damage done. The flooding was reasonable. Put that out very quickly, and that's perfectly fine for me to do, as there's nobody in a position to set me on fire or cause additional flooding. Low health, Colorado off in the distance there, going to try and get some shots out there. Friendly teammate just whoops into the back of me just a little bit, but that's perfectly okay. I'm trying to maneuver and he's trying to go straight. No harm, no foul. Managed to hit that Colorado in the distance there, but not for a lot of damage. And of course, he's going to be able to repair pretty much anything that I do manage to put out there. If you look at the minimap situation, my team now holds 2 capture points, but we're down on ships. The enemy team basically holds a 2-to-1 lead against us. More importantly, they also have 2 destroyers left, and a bit of a problem. As the team that gains the destroyer advantage, especially if they've got a Japanese destroyer or a particularly stealthy US destroyer like the Benson or the Fletcher, ends up being able to just roll over and wreck the enemy team, as all the enemy big guns are focused on angling their ship against the enemy's big guns and not really so much focused on varying their speed and positioning to avoid torpedoes. We do manage to take out the enemy Colorado, but we lose another ship in the process, and this enemy Amagi has got himself mostly full strength. Carrier tries to send even more planes, but it's alright, I shoot them down with the assistance of the friendly ship behind me. And now, looking at the situation, I've decided that I really want to have at this guy. I'm going to close into secondary and torpedo range in an effort to try and take this guy's guns out of the game. More aircraft coming in, but that aircraft carrier, again, the Scharnhorst, has really good anti-aircraft. By some miracle, the Amagi up there manages to citadel the Scharnhorst at a very close range, but at a pretty good angle. I was actually kind of surprised to have that happen. A little disappointed, but I'm going to continue angling, and now his RNGesus is going to punish him for pretty much getting a good lucky shot on me, because most of his other shots coming in, well, they're kind of going to donk right into the water in front of me and bounce off my bow armor. Hopefully, he continues his course and direction, and my torpedoes will hit home on him, but he's no fool, he's turning hard and turning away. So I definitely don't want to leave myself exposed in a broadside. Simultaneously, though, I am close enough that my torpedoes should hit him if I can just line them up. Again, more shots coming in there, but he manages to donk them into the water in front of me. That'll teach you for getting that citadel on me earlier. Fire off more torpedoes, and I'm going to take the advantage while he's now turning aggressively to avoid my torpedoes coming in here to get my ship turned around and sailing away and be nice and angled against him. Enemy aircraft carrier sent again more planes over to deal with me. However, shot those down as well, and now I'm pretty sure that aircraft carrier has no more planes left, because we're going to see him in a moment. Looking at the team situation, we've lost yet another ship. It's down to just 4 of us, including our carrier, friendly North Carolina, myself. But I do secure the kill on that Amagi, and that's my 2nd kill of the game. So far, I'm doing pretty well, but the match is not going well at all for us. The enemy team has started to capture the C cap point, but their destroyer is not long for this world, as he's managed to get himself into a fairly unfortunate position and earned the contempt of whoever's going to shoot at him. I take shots out here at this Gneisenau. Originally, I actually thought that was a Colorado from the bow profile, and wasn't entirely sure if I could penetrate him. I do manage to do some damage, but not a lot. But now the enemy aircraft carrier has decided to pop up and show himself. He doesn't have any aircraft, however, taking him out of the game any way I can would be beneficial for the team, as we can equal out those points a bit more. The enemy team is still in the process of capturing C, but if you'll notice, we've got our friendly North Carolina on the minimap there, headed in a beeline towards A. Enemy team starts capturing B as well, meaning we're no longer earning any points, and we only have 4 ships. This is a really bad situation to be in. But you know what? Never fear. I'm here, so I'm going to finish off this aircraft carrier, and surprisingly enough, those torpedoes actually hit him right there, one on the bow. The second one dies just shy of hitting him, which is a little disappointing because it would have really wrecked him, and hopefully have secured the kill sooner. Looking at the situation, though, I think this carrier knows he's out of planes, and he wants to go for the ram. There's not much else he can do at this point, and he is pretty fast. Problem for him, Scharnhorst is also fast, and with quick reloading guns at this kind of range, he doesn't really have much option. Secondaries are ripping into him, and I've decided I'm going to begin my turn back around and let my secondary guns finish him off. Hopefully I can get the close quarters expert on this, because I like those flags. But no, he succumbs to the fires that were set by my secondaries. Third kill, 111,000 damage done so far in this matchup. And we've managed to maintain control of C. Enemy team, however, captured the B cap point, but we are beginning to capture A. So we are gaining some points, and we have dropped the scores back sizably, with me killing the aircraft carrier and our aircraft carrier killing their destroyer. Or it was probably the Nagato as well. The Gneisenau up there, incredibly low health, managed to secure the kill on him. He was broadside onto me. People seem to really discount the Scharnhorst's guns and insist on sailing broadside on, but they also insist on letting me get to within secondary and torpedo range. Enemy team, why you do this? There is the remaining enemy destroyer. It's the Leningrad up there. Could be a bit of a problem, but I know he's got shorter range torpedoes. I know that if he's detected, there are probably torpedoes out in the water. So I maneuver and position myself behind the island, get my scout fighter up there to make sure that if there are any torpedoes in the water, I'll see them and I can turn to avoid them. And I'm going to head in and capture the B cap point. Thanks to the loss of the Gneisenau on their team, the enemy is now down to a Scharnhorst, a Myoko, and their Leningrad. And we're going to see all 3 of them at the very end of this battle. In the meantime, however, friendly North Carolina has got himself turned around, is going to head up back this direction as he's really quite out of position now. But he did do a good thing for us in that he secured the A cap point. With me securing B, that now means that the enemy team no longer is going to earn points. So, for them, in order to win the game, they have to kill the ships. They have to kill myself, and I've got at least half of my health still available. They have to kill the Nagato, who is fairly low health, and they also have to kill our aircraft carrier. The aircraft carrier doesn't have too many planes left, and the planes he is using, he's going to use to help spot, which is absolutely wonderful. And I think in this particular situation, the carrier is doing his job admirably. Without those spots, we wouldn't be able to effectively see what's going on there. There, the Nagato, incredibly low health, gets himself taken out by Scharnhorst torpedoes. Once again, why are you closing and allowing yourself to get to within torpedo range of the Scharnhorst? That doesn't end well for you. It's fine when you're doing it for me, but if you're on my team, keep yourself distanced from enemy Scharnhorsts. The carrier, though, no longer has line of sight on them as his planes have all been shot down. Little unfortunate there, but the Myoko has been spotted by my scout as he flies over. With any luck, I'll be able to get a nice fat broadside shot onto him. And sure enough, he's continuing to sail broadside. Come on, let me get my shots out there, let me cause the damage necessary. He drops off detectability. I do manage to hit him with a few shots, but no citadels. A little disappointing there. And the enemy team is now in the process of capturing the C cap point. But as the enemy Scharnhorst opens up, and everybody's firing high explosive at me, and that's probably for the best, he exposes himself to my shots, which means I can reset his base capture progress, so I can get base defense ribbons. And just like capping the base defense ribbons are also pretty damn good XP. So the next time you're in one of these battles, remember, you shoot the guy capping the base, you can reset him and get a base defender ribbon, and those are also very good for XP. That Miyoko, extremely low health as he comes around there. I'm trying desperately to hit him. I am closing in. I'm not going to let them get away without a fight. They do manage to take out the cap progress, and now they do have a cap again, and I'm coming under fire from all three of them. There's the enemy Leningrad. This could be a bit of a problem. Look how close he is. Of course, my scout fighter flies over the torpedoes, and again, as I said, if I've spotted the Leningrad, it probably means he's got torpedoes in the water. So, changed my course, speed, and direction, and got myself into a good position. Now, I am targeting the Leningrad. He's flagged for my secondary batteries, and I'm going to try and get shots off to this Miyoko. I'm targeting the Leningrad for torpedoes, and I fire off a set based on the lead indicator there, hoping he's going to come wide around that island instead of just narrowly avoiding it. And I do manage to hit that Miyoko, but not quite kill him, and that's really, really disappointing. Enemy Leningrad sails right into one of my torpedoes, and my secondaries finish him off for my Kraken Unleashed, a close quarters, and a devastating strike. Now, I've got final shots out on that Miyoko. Can I kill him as well? I do it for a double strike. Very excellent stuff right there. 146,000 damage done, 735,000 credits earned. Those are mostly from the base captures and the base defense ribbons. Dreadnought, Fireproof, Close Quarters, First Blood, Kraken Unleashed, Devastating Strike, and Double Strike. Disappointed, though, that I didn't get a Confederate or a High Caliber, as those would have certainly been nice to add to the collection for the day. Top of the team for XP earned, well above 2,000 base XP. There's no surprise there with that kind of ending. And the game was pretty good right up to the very end. Got kind of dicey, but was able to turn it around and pull back. The enemy team did a wonderful job staying together and trying to focus me down, but it just wasn't good enough. Only their Scharnhorst survived the battle. Anyway, that's it for today's video, folks. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. If you'd like to get semi-regular channel news and updates, I encourage you to like and follow me on Facebook. If you'd like to help support me and my channel, I encourage you to go and visit my Patreon and donate there. If you would like to watch me play World of Warships or other games live, I encourage you to follow me on Twitch. And if you've got a epic World of Warships replay that you'd like me to show and display on my channel, I encourage you to send it to my email. PM me via YouTube or on Facebook. As always, you can find the links for all of those in the video description down below. And I will see you all next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.